Oranguru and Passimian Research Day is the next event in Pokemon Go, and in this video I will be going through all of the details for the event, including how to obtain these shiny Pokemon and their shiny rates. I'll also be going through some tips and which event Pokemon are worth focusing on. So the event takes place on September 22nd between 2 PM and 5 PM local time, and during this time you will be able to obtain event-themed field research by spinning Pokestops, and these research tasks will reward you with Oranguru or Passimian encounters. And for the first time in Pokemon Go, Passimian can be shiny. Both Oranguru and Passimian will have boosted shiny rates of 1 in 10 for this event, so most likely it will be the best opportunity to get these shinies. But these aren't the only Pokemon that feature for this event. In the wild, you will be able to encounter monkey-themed Pokemon, and these Pokemon are Mankey, Aipom, Slakoth, Chimchar, and Grookey. The ones of these that can be shiny unfortunately won't have boosted shiny rates like Oranguru and Passimian will. There will also be an optional paid timed research that will get you more encounters with Oranguru and Passimian. And whilst this event is taking place, the Psychic Spectacular event will also be running, so the event bonuses and some aspects of this event will be running during the research day. So the Psychic Spectacular event bonuses are 2 times Catch Stardust, and you can get additional candy and chance for Candy XL for catching Pokemon with nice, great, or excellent throws. In 7km event eggs will be Mawile, Chingling, Esper, and the newly released Hatenna. For the raids, in 1-star raids will be Hisuian Quillfish, Roselia, Girafarig, Wobbuffet, and Bronzor. In 3-star raids will be Cleavor, Medicham, Weirdeer, and Galarian Mr. Mime. In 5-star raids will be Groudon, which won't have any legacy moves, and you won't be able to get primal energy from these raids because they aren't primal raids. In Mega raids will be Mega Houndoom, and in 5-star Shadow raids will be Shadow Raikou on Saturdays and Sundays only. In 1-star max battles during this event will be Wooloo, Squovet, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, and in 3-star max battles will be Beldum. I will be going through which event Pokemon are most worth focusing on later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. But first, how can you make the most of this research day? So if possible, I do recommend playing this and any research day in an area where there are a lot of Pokestops, because you can only do 1 research task per Pokestop per day. And if you want more shiny chances, then you do need to spin as many different Pokestops as you can. And with the 2 times Catch Stardust for the Psychic Spectacular event, it's a good chance to use your star pieces if you are out playing to further increase your Stardust gains. And also, if you do have any Stardust boosted Pokemon saved up in your field research stack, then it could be worth catching them during this event with a star piece active. This event will be a good chance to grind some candy for the research day encounters, because you will be able to get more candy per catch depending on how you catch the Pokemon. A regular catch without any nice, great, or excellent throws will get you 3 candy. With a nice throw, you'll get 4 candy, a great throw will get you 5 candy, and an excellent throw will get you 6 candy. Using Pinap Berries will also double this candy as well, so you can get up to 12 candy and even more with a Silver Pinap Berry. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon to increase the amount of candy, Candy XL, and XP you get per catch. And there are a few different types of Pokemon spawning for this research day, but to cover the most amount of Pokemon, I would recommend Mega Evolving a normal or a fighting type. So if you have access to Mega Lopunny, this would be the best one to Mega Evolve during this event because it will boost both of these types. But if you don't have access to it, for the normal type you could Mega Evolve Pidgeot or Kangaskhan to get more candy for Oranguru, Aipom, and Slakoth. And for the fighting types, you could Mega Evolve Lucario, Heracross, Blaziken, or Medicham to get more candy for Passimian and Mankey. And if you want more candy for Chimchar, you could Mega Evolve Charizard, Houndoom, Blaziken, or revert Groudon. And for Grookey, you could Mega Evolve Venusaur, Sceptile, Abomasnow, or revert Groudon. I will be going through the meta relevance of these Pokemon later on, and that might help you pick which Pokemon to Mega Evolve. And remember to Mega Evolve a Pokemon that is at the max Mega level, because this will get you more candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL. With Max Beldum being in max battles, if you do want more Beldum candy, you can gain some candy by leaving Beldum at power spots to help other trainers. It does seem like you can get a max of around 5 candy per Pokemon left, so you could leave multiple Beldum at power spots to gain more candy. It does seem like you will be able to get more candy and Candy XL through this method for higher tiers. This is a good way to passively gain candy for any Pokemon that have max forms currently. It's also worth doing any showcases that you see as well, because you will get Stardust and XP just for taking part, and you can get premium items like star pieces, lucky eggs, and incense, etc. if you happen to win. With the level 49 requirements of 35 platinum medals, here are some that are worth working on during this event. With the normal and fighting type Pokemon spawning, it's a good chance to progress your School Kid and Black Belt medals. With this being a research day, grinding out the research tasks will help you with the Pokemon Ranger platinum medal. With there being event themed showcases for this event, it's a good time to try and work on your showcase star medal, which is the only way to get a PhD Pikachu encounter. And whilst you're out playing research day, you will most likely come across some max battles, and in particular Max Beldum will be available in 3-star max battles, and these will require a bit more preparation than the 1-star max battles. So these are some of the top counters that you can use to take down Max Beldum battles more quickly. Firstly, Dynamax Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn or Overheat will be the best option, so you can use Max Flare, because remember, the type of max move your Pokemon has depends on the type of fast attack it's got. You could also use Dynamax Blastoise with Bite, so it can use Max Darkness, and you could also use Dynamax Greedent with Charge Attack Crunch and Fast Attack Mud Shot for Max Quake, or Fast Attack Bite for Max Darkness. But which event Pokemon are worth focusing on? Firstly, Oranguru and Passimian are well worth going after if you want the shinies because of the 1 in 10 shiny rate. But Oranguru does actually have some meta relevance as well. It is ranked 114 in the Great League with 0, 13, 14 IVs, and it's ranked 78 in the Ultra League with 0, 13, 15 IVs. And if you are a player of the Psychic Cup, it will be ranked 39 in this cup with 0, 13, 14 IVs. It is worth noting though that it will have a 10, 10, 10 IV floor when encountered from research, so you could do some mirror trades to re-roll the IVs if you wanted to, but perfect PvP IVs are mostly relevant at higher level play, and less than perfect IVs are definitely viable. Passimian, on the other hand, doesn't really have any meta relevance currently. For the wild encounters, we have Mankey, and unfortunately Annihilate has been nerfed for this season, so it's not really much of a priority anymore. This is a similar story for Slackoff, with Vigoroth taking a big nerf this season as well. Slacking, however, might still be of some use as a gym defender. And Grookey is not the most relevant Pokemon, but Rillaboom is currently ranked as the 23rd best grass type attacker, so not a bad budget option if you don't have anything else better. It will also get access to Frenzy Plant in the future, which will make it better, and it will also most likely get a Shadow form as well. Also, it does have a Dynamax form coming this season, and eventually its Gigantamax form will release, and it will take a lot of candy to power it up and to unlock and upgrade its max moves, so this event is a really great chance to get some candy. For the 1-star raids, Hisuian Quillfish could be an option because its evolution Overquill is the 8th best poison type attacker, and it is ranked 82 in the Ultra League with 0, 14, 15 IVs. Roselia could also be an option because Roserade is the 15th best poison type attacker, but generally you are more worth raiding Hisuian Quillfish instead if you can. Girafarig doesn't have much meta relevance, but it is ranked 38 in the Psychic Cup with 0, 15, 12 IVs, and it does have an evolution Farigiraf coming in the future at some point, which could have some meta relevance, so it could be worth getting some candy ready for that. And again, Bronzor isn't very relevant, but it is the highest ranking Pokemon in the Little Cup. For the 3-star raids, none of them really have any meta relevance, but if you don't have the regional Mr. Mime for the Pokedex, you could raid Galarian Mr. Mime to get that one done. Groudon will be in 5-star raids, and this Pokemon is well worth your raid passes, because it is the 4th best ground type attacker, 2nd best as a Shadow, and number 1 in its primal form. Groudon is also ranked 32 in the Master League, but it is worth noting that it could be tricky to build, because it does want 2 legacy moves, Fire Punch and Precipice Blades, to be at its best. Mega Houndoom is also an option if you haven't Mega Evolved one before, because it is the 3rd best Dark type attacker and the 19th best Fire type attacker. But if you do have access to Mega Tyranitar and a Fire type Mega like Charizard or Blaziken, then it is less of a priority to raid. For the max battles, Max Charmander will be a good one to go after, like I mentioned previously, because Dynamax Charizard is a great counter for Dynamax Beldum. Also, Mega Charizard is the 3rd best Fire type attacker, but it does want Blast Burn to be at its best. With Squirtle in max battles, it's worth noting that Mega Blastoise is the 7th best Water type attacker, and Blastoise itself is ranked 51 in the Ultra League with 0, 12, 15 IVs. And much like Charizard, Blastoise does want its Community Day legacy move Hydro Cannon to be at its best. And it could be worth doing some Bulbasaur max battles because Mega Venusaur is the 2nd best Grass type attacker and the 4th best Poison type attacker. Venusaur itself is also ranked 84 in the Great League with 0, 14, 11 IVs, and it's ranked 94 in the Ultra League with 1, 15, 14 IVs. Again, Venusaur does want legacy move Frenzy Plant to be at its best. And lastly, I highly recommend doing some of these max Dynamax Beldum battles, because Dynamax Metagross will be really strong going forward in max battles, and Metagross is a strong Pokemon overall. It is the 11th best Steel type attacker, 3rd as a Shadow, and it will be even stronger when it gets access to its Mega form. Metagross is also ranked 53 in the Master League, and again, it does want Legacy move Meteor Mash to be at its best. And with that said, if you did enjoy this video, then I recommend checking out these videos on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.